Welcome back from traffic in Lagos State. We move on to Ondo State. You saw there that their motto is Ishe Logun Ishe, which translated means
work is the medicine you need for wealth, kind of, yes.
You have to work to live. And that seems to be what Governor Mimiko has been propagating in the state, and in the last 3 years of him being governor, there has been relative peace in Ondo State.
Yes.
But elections are due in October, and as a result of that, we have seen a little unrest, a little not so peaceful times in Ondo State, and we're going to look at the search for peace in Ondo State in light of the elections which are going to happen in the month of October. And we have with us in the studio two ACN chieftains, Mr. Goke Jatuashe, good morning, as well as Mr.
Good morning.
And Mr. Odugbenga Omole. Good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Thank you very much for coming. The ruling party, the Labour Party, the Labour Party reps whom we invited are unable to turn up because of some domestic misfortune, which we hope that you recover from as soon as is possible. Let me turn to Mr. Omole to start with. How prepared are you for the October elections?
Yeah, thank you very much. Action Congress of Nigeria as a party is well prepared for this election because our candidate for the election, Rotimi Odunayo Akeredolu's has already hit the ground running. It's on word-to-word campaign as I'm talking to you now. He has already covered the Akoko Oasis. He's touring all the 203 wards in Ondo State. He's meeting the people one-on-one, selling himself to them and telling them why he should be the next governor of Ondo State come October 20, 2012. And so far so good, the reception, the acceptance has been encouraging because Rotimi Akeredolu is a force to reckon with in Nigeria, a former NBA chairman, one-time commissioner and Attorney General of Justice in Ondo State, Chancellor of Anglican Communion in our diocese. I mean, he has an intimidating credential. Okay. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, the NBA house in Abuja is named after him. Now it's known as Rotimi Akeredolu's house.
Okay. Mr. Jatuashe, please correct me if I'm wrong. Did I not hear after the primaries that there were, even in your party, some people were not happy that about the way that he became the flag bearer, and they were not happy with his candidacy?
That would be correct, and it's normal.
Okay.
It's normal in politics because everybody feels that the office available, I am qualified to be there, and everybody cannot be there at the same time. So, if we have a contest, there are parameters. If you fulfill one, another person fulfilled 2, you had only 1 point, another person 2 points, another person 3 points. At the end of the day, it will be aggregated. Then the best person will not be considered. Even in writing exams in schools, you have such criteria.
Okay.
So the little disagreement that we experienced during the period
has been smoothened.
Oh, very well.
Okay. Now, how do you fancy your chances in light of the fact that Governor Mimiko has done so well, according to what we see and what we hear?
Yeah. Doing so well is quite very relative. When we say somebody is doing so well, there's the distinction between posterity and politics. What I mean is this: if you are performing for posterity, it's different from when you are performing for the purpose of politics, and it's quite cosmetic. Yes.
Can you please break that down?
Okay. That we have a distinction between performance for posterity. That is, all what you are doing is for posterity to judge you and for those things to uplift you. Now, but when you are performing, there's another one which is a performance for politics. That, oh, let it be seen that I'm working. There is something like motion, no result. Then we are talking about cosmetic performance.
Is that how you are describing Governor Mimiko's administration?
Excellently. And that's the situation.
Yeah, but Mr. Male,
Yeah.
The man seems so accepted that he moves around town by himself. He doesn't move around with security men a lot of times, which I have personally seen. I wasn't told. I saw that myself. Doesn't that say something for the man and his administration?
Well,
How many governors can move around town by themselves, driving themselves around town, incognito?
I live in Ondo State. I've never seen him move around without security.
Well, I saw him.
I don't know where you saw.
And I don't live
him.
in Ondo.
Then-
The time
let
that
me-
I was there.
Okay, there's no point arguing about that. But let me take off from where my friend stopped.
I can't give you the license plate of the number he drove in.
Okay, having said that, yeah, like my partner said, performance is relative. When you begin to concentrate on cosmetic project, like you said, let me just give you an example. In Obadeshida Road, Akure, there's a fountain constructed right in the middle of the road, a business district center, right in the middle of the road, which is not done anywhere in the world.
It is done
yes,
in
it
so
is.
many places in the world. It's
Like
part of
where?
beautification.
Yeah.
of the
Beautification
town.
in the center of a busy road.
Yes.
Fountain should be in parks, in
No.
recreation center.
No.
Having said
nothing wrong with that.
having said that, another thing that is happening in those states is that the color of the state is changing. As in, every government property in the state is being painted into the color of Labour Party, and Labour Party is not the first party to rule in that state. In 1999 to 2003, Alliance for Democracy under the leadership of late Chief Adébáyọ̀ Adéfarati was in power. They have their own color. He didn't change the color of the state into Alliance for Democratic color. Dr. Olusegun Agago was in Sadu between 2003 to 2006. PDP has their own color. I'm just trying to let you know the mindset of the person in power. He has turned the state into his own property, into his private estate, because he is the governor of Ondo State. He is not the governor of Labour Party. You understand? So at times, most of these things you see are just media hype. When you come to Ondo State, you go into the interior. You see, the basic thing is doing in Ondo State is there are two major roads in Akure, and Akure South is just one of the 18 local governments in Ondo State.
Yes.
And he has been concentrating, rehabilitating, and renovating Obadeshida Oyemekun Road for the past 3 years.
Well, what you're saying, I would beg to disagree because recently
the governor, the military administrator that constructed that road.
I'm sorry to break in. I'm going to have to break you here now. If you're going to criticize the government, you've got to have the facts. If somebody's done some work, we have seen on channels, television, and some of us have been to Ondo, and we have seen the number of hospitals that have been built. We have seen the increase, decrease in infant mortality that is confirmed by World Health Organization. It's on their website. And if you're going to then talk about health, you look at the things that he has done. If you have things that you want to say, it will be better. But let's move away from that.
Okay.
Let's talk about the key issue. Election is coming. Let's look at the issue of violence. What is causing violence in Ondo State? It's virtually unprecedented.
It's unprecedented. It's unfortunate that this is an election year in Ondo State, and we start seeing these signs that people start to wonder what is going to happen, because as a matter of fact, the state has enjoyed relative peace in a couple of years, but now that we are in election period, in a couple of months we go to the election. The first salvo we saw was during the 5th anniversary of late Chief Adébáyọ̀ Adéfarati. The program was organized by the family and the planning committee. A lot of people were invited, including this governor himself, because I serve as the secretary of that committee. We issued an invitation and we backed it up with a letter to him. But unfortunately, the governor claimed that he was not invited for to the program. What we saw that day was that it was a chaos. The Labour Party in Ondo State unleashed terror on the invited. politically placed Nigeria. For example, the national chairman of Action Congress of Nigeria, Shibisa Akande, was attacked. His vehicle got broken. The former chairman of Labour Party, Dr. Lai Yaoni, has the windscreen of his car smashed. I mean, Dr. Kyle, if I mean, the guest speaker of that program, couldn't get to the venue because the security report he got was new setting. So he has to make a detour, and he waited at the house of one of our leaders. So you see, this thing, for example, I mean, there's a media, there's a private radio in the States. A couple of months ago, the only road leading to that station was cut off.
Okay, let me ask Mr. Jatuashe, because we're not here to blame one side, especially when they're not here to defend themselves.
Okay.
Now, let's look at Mr. Jatuashe. Let's look at what is the solution. What do we need to do? Because at this point, we're not able to have both parties defend themselves.
Okay.
So let's look at solution. What should the people of Ondo State and the different political parties be doing now to prevent a situation where we have the level of chaos and violence in the state?
Now, let me quickly correct an impression. And the question is that if Governor Mimiko, as the case may be, has performed so well, and has been claimed by my sister here that she saw him driving himself, then the man should not be panicking.
I don't want us to go down that road again.
Let me quickly.
We don't want to do politics.
Let me not say the party. We have to move from somewhere before we get to another point.
Yes.
The party will not be panicking. They will be at peace. That okay, do your own work, do your own campaign. There will be no problem. But the situation when desperation.
Solution, Mr. Jatuashe.
I will talk about that. I will talk about that.
Yes,
I want to move from a particular point, then we get to the other one.
If you begin to situate it against a party that is not here to defend themselves, then it will be pointless. Because it will be completely one-sided.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, the solution to it is tolerance.
On both sides or on one side?
On both sides.
Okay.
That a level playing ground should be given. Okay. That everybody should be allowed to use venue, to organize rallies, to invite police. Everybody should have a level playing ground for operation. Not a situation where only one venue is available in Ondo State, and any other political party cannot use that venue except one party. Then there will not be peace. Now, a situation where you have your political activities scheduled, getting police permit is becoming difficult. Getting approval of any sort, you can't get security. Even when you secure a very small place, there's also a restriction that you should not spill to a particular portion of the town.
What are the things being done by the different political parties to create a level playing ground? I know that there is always this allegation in Nigeria that whoever is in government has the upper hand in terms of security and other things. Now, what are the political parties doing to make sure that you speak with those people in authority and you engage them and also engage the community to make it clear that we should all have a right to do
Exactly.
this?
Those are some of the things our party have been doing. I am in the know. I'm in the know that we have met with the security apparatus in Ondo State, with the INEC.
What's been the response from the police commissioner?
They gave their promises.
Okay.
That everything will be smooth, everything will be all right, we will not take side. But of course, when it comes to action, we see different things.
And do you document these things?
Of course, you can be rest assured. Our principal is a meticulous person. It is a man of peace. Even his appearance reflects that. It's a man of peace, and those things are properly documented.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Amole, on your side of the spectrum now, if you were to make suggestions both to government and to the different political parties, because Ondo State election is going to be a battle for the state governorship, and it's not going to be fought and won by, it's going to be won by one party, but it's not going to be fought by just ACN and Labour Party. Other political parties are there. What can all of those parties do together to ensure that there is peace because politics should not destroy any state or any community.
Yeah, there's a if the absence of war does not mean peace, you understand? Going back to your question, the stakeholders in the state, the police, the security agencies, INEC, and every other people that will be involved in the election have been meeting. For example, last week, INEC held a meeting. In fact, the Assistant Inspector General for the zone came from Oshogbo. He held a meeting with all the political parties, the representatives of all the political parties. INEC was there. So, this thing has been in the pipeline and it's been discussed. We are ready for peace on our part, that is ACN. ACN has not been known to be a violent party. Election was held in Ogun State, we won. Election was held in Oyo State, we won with peace. You understand? Like my partner said.
And in Edo State, and you won.
And in Edo State, thank you, my sister. And you see, so ACN as a party has been preaching peace. We have a record where we are coming from. It's a party that has history. We have a good antecedent. So we are appealing to our people. This election is not going to be a do or die affair. Like you said, the election is going to be. It's not a battle. It's not a war. It's going to take place in one day, and we are going to vote. You understand? We are going to use our thumb to vote. We are not going to use gun and cutlasses. The experience we had in Edo State, makes all of us in Action Congress of Nigeria in Ondo State very happy, because the president has promised that there's going to be enough security. Soldiers will be deployed. You understand? So the era of ballot snatching is gone. We are not planning to rig. That's why we are already on the field canvassing for votes. You understand? Those that are planning to rig are the people that are panicking now. You understand? So I don't see anything that will turn the election that's going to take place in Ondo State come October 20 into a violent. In the history of Ondo State, I foresee that election as one of the elections that will be most peaceful, because people are more enlightened now. People are more enlightened. People knew. That it's not a do or die affair. You don't have to lose your life for somebody to become governor. The awareness is already there.
Okay. Very well
All
said.
Right, that's good.
In comparison to ACN, the Labour Party is a minuscule party. So why should there be any kind of...
That's exactly my point. That's where the desperation is coming in, because...
that's what is causing desperation?
Yes, because this election may be the last election Labour Party will ever participate in Nigeria. Because, we know how the party came to be.
Well, again, I don't want us to go down the route of making allegations and
There's
statements.
no allegation.
No, these statements that the person that is...
I didn't say person, I said party.
No, party.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's begin to close, and let me ask Mr. Jato Ashe, as we close, what will ACN be doing to engage all stakeholders in the state to preach peace and to ensure that there is no war during the election?
Yeah, thank you. We, as a party, now we are visiting every community, and we are preaching that there should be no war. Go there, vote for ACN. This is a party that will deliver you to the promised land, that will take you out of wilderness and take you to the promised land. There should be no war. Go there, do your voting, vote for ACN, and
just vote. It doesn't matter. Just vote.
Vote for ACN. Vote for ACN. Just vote. You vote for ACN and vote for Prosperity.
That's campaigning on this show, and you may have to pay for that.
I know, because we are representing the party, so we should be able to talk about it.
So, okay, your final word.
My final word is this, please. I want to quote now. We will unleash the incredible energy of government on the Ondo State people and bring unprecedented development. 4 years is just enough time to interface and bring our people to paradise. Anybody
thank you
for another year.
Thank you very much. I will not allow you continue the campaign now. You'll need to go to Ondo State people and
was made by Governor Rahman.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
9th of April 2007.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, we've had on the show this morning Mr. Mr. Omale, who is a member of ACN, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
And of course, Mr. Jatu Ashe, thank you very much for coming on the show.
It's a pleasure to be
I
here.
will wish the people of Ondo State, not any one political party, we wish all the good people of Ondo State a fantastic election, a peaceful one at that, and trusting that whoever the choice of the people will be the one that emerges. Sunrise is not over yet. We still have another segment coming just before we do the final rundown towards, do the home run, as we say. So we'll be back in just a minute. Don't go away.